Hello, my name's Earl Music, and welcome to another Bourbon with your broker. My very special guest today is Teena Poxleitner. Teena's been with my brokerage longer than any other agent I've ever had, so that's awesome. You've stuck in there longer than anyone else. Today, I've picked a very special, this is actually going to be a rye whiskey. It is called Farmer Straight Rye Whiskey. It's made by Milltown Distillery in Idaho.
That's cool.
The reason I picked this is Teena and I are both native Idahoans.
Right.
I've lived here my entire life. I think you've lived here your entire life.
Correct.
And so I thought, let's try an Idaho whiskey. And I found this. And I looked on the internet and could not find out anything hardly at all about these guys. But this is batch number 1, handwritten and a thank you. So we're trying this out. I hope it's fantastic. The worst bourbon I've ever had in my life was made in Idaho, so hopefully this is going to be much better. Teena, you're not a bourbon drinker, are you?
No.
Well, we're going to try to see if I can't make you up something. This is my favorite drink, being a old-fashioned. So we're going to start off with a sugar cube. We're going to get you some orange bitters here. Muddle that a little bit. Do this one here. All right, so we got the sugar all mudded up, and we've got our orange bitters in there.
It smells like.
And that scare you?
Oh, yes, that's pretty strong. Ooh,
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
okay.
I'm gonna throw a little ice in there.
And the water in the bottom I'll take.
I washed my hands last week, don't worry.
Okay.
That's why we use these. And then we're gonna do my silly little parlor trick. An orange peel for garnish. Gonna heat it up. See that?
Yeah, I did.
That cool?
That is cool.
There you go. It's a terrible stirring job I've done. There you go. Here's your
Okay.
old fashioned.
Oh, okay. That's pure alcohol.
It's not pure alcohol. I think that's fantastic.
Okay.
That's good.
It'd be
You know,
good.
that's definitely rye whiskey.
If you would like, if you're sick, that'd be good for a sore
That's
throat.
man, this is a different flavor. That's very interesting. I'm gonna have to explore that some more. So,
It's kind of
but
smooth.
now that we have our adult beverages made, we're gonna go sit down and we're gonna continue our conversation. Come along with us. So, Teena, like we talked about, you're an Idaho native. You were born right here in Grangeville, Idaho. You've lived here on the prairie, Whitebird, Cottonwood, Kamiah, that area your whole life.
Right.
Fact is, I don't think I've ever been anywhere with you where you didn't stop to talk to somebody and they were your cousin.
You're not going to either.
You're related to everybody.
Right. I am.
Yeah. So, so you know this area extremely well.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. You were also in the healthcare field for a number of years.
Yeah, I started when I was 19, and back then I had 2 jobs. That's just what you did. I worked at Hoot's Cafe and worked in the nursing home up on the hill, and Idaho County before it closed. Idaho County Nursing Home.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, I was in the nursing. My favorite, my love, my love job. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Yeah, taking care of people, which led into your real estate career
Right.
pretty well too. Yeah. Yeah. So you raised your family in the Cottonwood area.
Well, I raised them for 8 years in Whitebird, and then my daughter, and moved to Cottonwood then. So yeah, and then to Kamiah.
You really enjoy everything that our area has to offer.
Oh yeah.
Big into the camping and four-wheeling and enjoying all of the public lands that we have here in Idaho County.
Yes. When I was younger, I hunted. Loved to hunt. Snowmobiling in the Dixie area and on the Kamiah Prairie. And then my ATVing, I still do it today. Camping. I love to go camping up behind Grangeville here. We have a camp named after my grandmother up there. It's called Paul's Camp. And then I love to camp in the Red River.
Yeah.
I love to go swimming at Red River. I
Yeah.
grew up there. My dad was logging. So.
Yeah, the Red River Hot Springs.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that lodge has been there a long time.
It was a log swimming pool in the beginning, and I remember that. I was little. That's pretty much where we learned to swim, except in the Salmon River, of course. I grew up on the Salmon River, and yeah, it's a beautiful country up there.
Man, being on the Salmon River too, growing up there in that area, that must have been something spectacular before the houses all got built.
Oh, it was. I mean, you could walk for miles. As kids, we'd get up on the hillsides, walk forever, and never see anyone.
Yeah.
And of course, back then, you could be gone from daylight till dark, as long as you was home by dark.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And your grandmother has the distinction of being caught in a avalanche in whitebird, which
The only one.
yeah, if you know anything about whitebird, it's we kind of call it the banana belt of Idaho. It's
Right.
pretty low elevation, and very rarely you ever going to get snow there, let alone enough to do an avalanche.
Right. Well, what happened was the snow had started to melt, and the mud slid down and hit the house, and she lost, I believe, two brothers in that. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy stories from the past, eh?
Yeah, they're buried up there on Heckman land now.
Oh,
My grandfather owned the land, and then I don't know if Heckman's bought it from him or whatever. But
Another
that was the
buyer between.
1800s, so I don't know.
Yeah. So you're living in Kamiah now, so you're right next to the Clearwater River.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
We go swimming. We float down the river every summer. And yeah, I love it.
Biggest steelhead I've ever seen in Idaho just routinely come out of that Clearwater
They
River.
they are wonderful. Yes.
Yeah. Steelhead fishing's a big thing during the winter there.
You have to come down and go do it with us.
Right? I'm going to bring the drift boat down.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were here when my mom was actually running this brokerage, and I was still living in Boise, running our company in Boise that we later sold, and I decided to move back to my hometown, and so I guess I kind of inherited you
You
as
did.
an agent.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe let's just talk about you were with another brokerage that was here at the time, and you've obviously stuck with us for a long time. Maybe can you tell everyone what you enjoy about United Country and.
Well, when I first came to work here, what they had to offer was wonderful. I mean, all the knowledge they had. Of course, we have more now. And
the technology.
oh yeah, back then it was cutting edge. You didn't hear about it at all. And I liked your mom a lot.
Yeah.
I still do. But yeah, I really enjoy United Country. When you have a question on anything, you can get on their site and you can find any answer you want. It's wonderful.
Not just any answer, but somebody who's been there and done it and willing to help.
The tools alone are amazing. And I like musics. We feel like family instead of a business.
Yep.
You know, I like that.
Yeah, it's always been a family-owned business. You know, my mom and dad created our business, and I grew up in it, and it morphed into what it is today. And they're well, mom's fully retired. Believe me, she's fully retired.
Yeah, you don't ask her a question, she'll.
Dad's semi-retired, but being that it's a family business, I mean, the people that we bring in that are outside the family, I mean, very quickly become family. And,
Exactly.
And you know, and so we always cherish everyone's successes, and when they're having issues, you know, it's always all of our issues, and we're always trying to plug away and make it better for the other person. So
Right.
it's the kind of culture that we really like having here, and
I
so
do too. I mean,
I really enjoy hearing that the culture I'm trying to make is the culture that you're enjoying. Yeah.
right. Well, the person I worked for before I came was Terry.
Oh yeah, that's right. And
She was my broker.
Tammy sold her. Well, she bought into a Century 21 franchise, and then she sold it to another C21 broker.
Right.
And then she came on with us here in this last year, and yeah, we really enjoy her in our office. So
I love
that's
her.
right. I forgot that
Yeah.
you come out of her office, and
She
so
was actually family. Well, Brett, her husband, was actually family
Uh-huh.
at one time. He was married to a Poxleitner, and of course she passed. But yeah, yeah. It was funny when I went to go interview with Tammy. She goes, "You don't know who I am, are you? Do you?" I said, "No, I don't." And then she told me. I went, "Oh, good grief! I can't go anywhere.
yeah.
I literally
big surprise
cannot.
you're related to somebody.
Just can't go anywhere." When I dated, you'd always have to ask for a lineage. Who's
Yep.
your mom? Who's your dad?
Yep, for
No, he's
sure.
married out of state. I always married out of state.
Oh, that's funny. Again, anyone that has probably been watching this series and stuff knows already, but in our brokerage, it's a really big thing for me that our brokerage and our agents give back to our community. And there's lots of things that you do down in that Kamiah area. You just want to just talk about a little bit of the things that you're passionate about?
Well, one thing we do like is the Christmas parade. Usually we do it every year, and I help them with, we do our big parade on that. And then barbecue days.
Kamiah barbecue
Kamiah
days.
barbecue days is a big thing. And I usually set up a booth, or we help put up or tear down all the stuff that goes on. And I don't know, you just help out everything.
You're a member of the Morning Star.
Eastern Star,
Or
yes.
Eastern Star, I'm sorry, and which is a auxiliary group to the
Masons.
Freemasons,
Yes.
and you actually had a chance to sell a Masonic lodge.
I did. I sold the one in Craigmont.
Uh-huh.
Yes, which was odd
Yeah.
to me. And I actually got some of the chairs from them that were built for that lodge in the 1940s.
Very cool.
And they're in our office down there.
Are they?
Yes,
Very
they are.
cool. Very
Yes, they
cool.
are.
Yeah, we have an office right on Main Street down there in Kamiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great little location and nice little office.
It is. It's cute. I work in all three, of course.
Yep.
I have sold this year from Whitebird, well, actually Slate Creek, to Weippe and all the surrounding areas. And so it kind of makes it nice that we have all three offices. If I have to work up here instead of selling, I have an area. If I have to sell in Orfino, I have an area.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot better than a lot of those agents that are out there with the do nothing brokers and
Yeah.
and have no office anywhere, and they're
Exactly.
just yep. So
Yeah.
anyways, something else I was going to really talk to you about is coming to your real estate career. You'd mentioned how much you enjoy my mom, and you and her are a lot alike. Hearts of gold, but kind of no nonsense
Yes.
people. You're gonna tell somebody, a client, customer, what you think about a house or a property, or
Correct.
just be as honest as you can, even if it's detrimental to you getting a paycheck.
It usually is,
Yeah.
because I walk in and I say, I wouldn't buy this. I mean, I just wouldn't, because there's so many issues with the home. But when I find a good home and they don't buy it, it kind of upsets me, because, dude, you just went and bought something I wouldn't buy. I just don't get it,
Yeah.
I don't.
You too. This is one of my favorite stories. My wife can tell you. I'm sure she's not here, but she would attest to this. I'm sure that I'm almost always right.
That's a man thing.
And anyways, you had a property, and it was kind of a weird deal, and I don't remember exactly how it happened, but they wrote you basically a promissory note that they would pay your commission. I think it ended up buying something for sale by owner, if I remember right.
No, it was. And I didn't get paid by the realtor nor the people. And I mean, that's fine.
That's
it
right.
happens.
The seller and the seller's realtor refused to
pay me anything.
compensate you to bring a buyer, but you did the right thing and did what was best for your clients.
Exactly.
And they bought the house. You helped them all the way through the process, and they wrote you a promissory note that they would pay your commission. And you came to me and you say, "What do I do?" And I went, "Well, you're probably never going to get paid, but take care of your clients." And I don't remember. I think they put in there they'd pay you within a year, if I remember right.
I think it was like in the fall, spring or something. Yeah.
But anyways, it was about 4 months later. Our brokerage got a card, and it had the nicest thing, written in there about how well you took care of them and how great the whole thing was. And sure enough, they put a check in there.
Yes, they did.
Because they wanted you compensated. So I really felt like that was a real powerful testament to how much they appreciated the job that you did for them, because they so easily could have said, "See you later,
they didn't have
thanks."
to pay me. They did not, but they were nice people, honest people, and
because it's always been the rule in my brokerage that you do what is best for your clients, and you never make a decision based on getting paid more or faster.
And you see that a lot sometimes.
And there's in our industry we see it a lot.
Yes.
And I'm determined that we just don't do that in our brokerage. I preach it to my agents all the time, don't I?
Yes, you do.
And you did what was right for those people, and it came back. And
there's always blessings, regardless if you get paid or not.
Yep.
If you just stop long enough, you'll see it.
Yep.
It's kind of neat.
So I think that was pretty awesome of you, and I really thought it was awesome of them that they stepped up and did what they said they were going to do, and how much they really just appreciated everything you did for them.
They were nice people. Though. They were.
So I know there's a lot of agents out there that do tons and tons of transactions, and that's not typically been you. But the clients that you work with, just time in and time out, are just so happy with all the attention you give them. And so I appreciate you doing that for our brokerage.
Thank you.
And I hope that this will help you maybe find some extra buyers out there in the world that really want to work with somebody who's just honest and kind and just
straightforward.
Straightforward.
Sometimes a little too much.
Because I mean, this is a huge transaction, and a lot of people are moving from hundreds, if not thousands, of miles away to a very rural spot in Idaho.
They have no idea where they're going. I mean, they say it's beautiful. They have no idea what our weather is, what they have up against. They're going to be up against. I have people. Well, I want to move up in Weippe. Do you have any clue what Weippe is like?
So I had a buyer a few years back, and he was from Texas, and ended up finding him a property in Kamiah. And he said, "How much snow does Kamiah get?" And I said, "Oh, very little. Fact is, whatever snow you get will probably melt or blow away. Don't worry about the snow." So his first winter here was like the biggest winter in Idaho in 100 and some years. It snowed every single day in February.
That was the year we moved down there, probably.
And so about once a week he would call me up and he says, "So some realtor told me it doesn't snow in Kamiah."
Happened to me with a client in Whitebird. I said, "Oh, when I was a kid growing up, if we prayed for snow, we'd get a skift and it'd be gone. You won't get much snow unless you move up high." So anyway, he calls me up. "I thought you said it didn't get snow." I really did not lie. I really did not lie. It snowed all the time there.
So it never fails. It's Idaho weather.
Yeah,
it is. They say about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, Teena, it was very nice having this conversation with you. Thank you so much for joining me. I know you're not a bourbon drinker, but
no, but it's not bad. I'm not finishing it, Earl.
You haven't finished it.
I won't walk out of here.
I'm done with mine.
You want mine?
And actually, I got to tell you, the very different take on rye whiskey, for sure. But I enjoyed it. I think I would recommend this.
It's got that taste. I don't know. I haven't figured out what it is.
I want to thank them here, and I got the bottle right here. I want to make sure I get their name right. This is Milltown Distillery. It's up in Sandpoint, Idaho. and it is farm to bottle distillery, and very much enjoyed this. I hope that they have a long future. Again, this is their first batch, and
That's kind of neat.
I really enjoyed it. So
And you shared it with me. Thank you.
Yep, 2 Idaho natives sipping
Yeah.
on a little bit of rye whiskey.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Teena.
You bet.
If you're interested in moving to North Central Idaho, or you're already here and for some strange reason wanting to leave, Teena would be a fantastic agent for you. She's listed tons of properties over the years, dealt with lots and lots of buyers. She knows this area very, very well, and chances are she'll be related to whoever buys the house. So,
Whoever's selling also.
so thanks again, Teena, and thank you guys for watching. Always remember to enjoy your adult beverages responsibly. Thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel. We have all kinds of videos about real estate that we have listed. We also, of course, have lifestyle videos and Bourbon with your broker. That one work?